Slowly the suburbs move past us until we're again in the heart of the city. The intercity travels from Dublin on its way to Belfast in the north. The famous beauty of the Irish landscape is evident all around us. Traveling to the Northern Ireland, nothing indicates the enormous contrast with the Republic of Ireland. Since 1922, the island has been divided into two countries. The Catholic Republicans are often diametrically opposed to the British-oriented Protestants. A border between both countries isn't perceptible. After a trip of a few hours, the train arrives at the central station of Belfast. Although it's called Central Station, it's not at all centrally located. It's situated on the outskirts of the city, as a matter of fact. This station has hardly any special features, except for the chilly draft down your neck. From the central station, we have to take the bus to get to the center. The dull station is no comparison with the beautiful buildings that show off their beauty in the old heart of the city. Because of the violence in its street, this city is unfortunately in the news regularly, in a negative way, all over the world. Fortunately, Belfast has more to offer. The many old buildings in the center have been restored carefully. Take the town hall, for example. This building, built in limestone, dates from 1903. Besides historic pillars, the entire town hall consists of a big white block with brass domes. In Belfast, the old and the new keep alternating. A few kilometers outside of Belfast, you'll find the little town Cultra. Nationwide, it's known for the transport museum you'll find here. Here, the jewels of the Irish Railway Company are on display. It's the biggest collection in Ireland. Showpiece number 1 is the Maeve. This engine weighs no less than 135 tons and was built in 1939. With relation to trains, Ireland has a glorious past. By December 1835, the first railway station was already built. It connected Dublin to Kingston. After the success of the first railway section, the construction of a complete network of railway lines was started throughout Ireland. During the first years of the construction, more than 500,000 people worked on the Irish Railway. The Irish tracks are wider than those in the rest of the world. Instead of the usual 1.5 meters, the distance between the two rails is here 1.6 meters. In the century following the first little train, the Irish built many hundreds of kilometers of railway. In a land that wasn't very accessible for either human or animal, travel suddenly appeared easier with the coming of the train. Big cities were connected by rail, and the Irish Railway Company had its heyday. One of the dozens of sections ran from Belfast to Portrush. For more than a century, the Portrush Flyer was a prosperous line, until its serious decline in the 60s and 70s. The steam train was in danger of becoming extinct, but a group of enthusiastic steam fans managed to retain a number of the old locomotives. That's why the Portrush Flyer keeps going until this very day. Practicing great care, the volunteers managed to keep the locomotives in excellent condition. Once a week, the Portrush Flyer makes its trip from Belfast to Portrush. Before the steam engine can get moving, the fire has to be poked up and the tanks filled with water.
Put it off there, Johnny. A bit more.
Unlike former days, now only tourists travel on the Portrush Flyer. The volunteers not only managed to keep the locomotives in repair, they also succeeded in saving some splendid carriages from demolition. Sitting on red plush, the travelers are taken for a journey to the north. Once the steam locomotive, with the beautiful name of Merlin, gets started, we travel. After a trip of a couple of hours, the sea is in view, and the Portrush Flyer has accomplished its nostalgic journey. However, the reason for being here is that Portrush is situated on the Causeway Coast. This is a world-famous coast because of its fantastic panorama and special rock formations. Thousands of stones lie together in an exceptional way, forming a giant staircase. The Giant's Causeway came into being after liquid lava flowed into the valley. Originally, it was one big mass of stone,